Chapter 9 Fallen Star. Somewhere in the desert, battlefield cleanup is underway in a forsaken base. Sand and dust cover every inch of ground, the third time this month. A dark, long, needle-like object protrudes from the ground in the center of the base. Defeated mechanoids scatter on the ground nearby. They seem to have been corrupted. Fully armed soldiers are preparing to ship them to the disposal site. Luckily, we received a warning beforehand and evacuated this base before the conversion probe landed. The frequency of attacks from punishing corrupted territory has been increasing recently. We can't always predict them like this one. And all other ground forces across the world are losing their bases too. All because of this conversion probe launched from areas corrupted by the punishing virus. It immediately releases a high concentration punishing virus to control all nearby mechanoids once it lands. Probes launched from the ground are less of a threat as they usually come from far away. We have depth, so we can still intercept them. But Watanabe looks up to the sky. But those launched from the low Earth orbit are shielded by the orbital debris. They have high velocity and are almost launched vertically above us. Mr. Watanabe, do you mean the corrupted International Space Station? Yeah. It's probably been giving Babylonia a hard time too. Yeah. From our optical observation alone, they have been firing at each other more than ever. Not just that, Babylonia also pulled back most of their elite ground forces, including that Grey Raven squad. They have all been summoned back to reinforce their space forces. Mr. Watanabe, are you implying... Right. Our intel shows that Babylonia has decided to eliminate the corrupted space station once and for all. Wow. Can they really do it? Going against that thing? I know what you're thinking. For a long time, they could only wear down the space station by attrition. Probably because there aren't many experienced Fenrir pilots left in Babylonia. Ever since the Great Retreat, most good pilots in Babylonia have come to Mr. Watanabe. From a strategic point of view, Babylonia would never start the war if they didn't have a decisive winning factor. They must be hiding some secret we don't know. Are you saying... From our past simulations, once the threat and communication interference from the space station are reduced, the world will start to change. So this war will likely determine the future direction of the world. If that's the case... Right. The Forsakens must be part of this. We have long prepared for it. Forsakens, assemble. Yes, sir. Follow the protocol. Disable all concealments of the base and try to establish a communication channel with Babylonia. Activate all defense systems in the base and open 2/3 of our hangars. You have 3 hours to complete pre-flight checks. Transfer surface authority to the standby operation officers in the Ground Mission Control Center. Sir, are you going to... I'm still the leader of the Forsaken on paper. Now's not the time to be capricious. This arrangement doesn't mean we're compromising or cooperating. I'll get us the leverages we deserve. Sir, we will fight with you. We are the Forsaken. We never forget. Incoming! The next wave of beyond visual range strike will hit soon. Interception rate 73%. Celica, tell all departments to prepare for impact. Roger. The alarm temporarily stops after a fierce collision. The interception rate is dropping. If this type of attack comes more often, Babylonia needs to increase the orbital height again, which will make our communication to the ground even worse. Celica, continue your loss report. Okay. The door of the command room opens as a young man in senior lab uniform shows up. Based on our analysis of the observation results... Hey! Asimov, the chief tech officer of the Babylonia Science Council, is pushed away by someone from behind. Out of the way! Hey, you... Oh, Karen, did something happen on your end? I should be the one asking you that. Why is nothing happening here? Why is it still moving? If this keeps going on, then we won't be able to use that thing. calm down. We tried everything we can, but none of our attacks could destroy the space station from outside. The landing operation will start once Babylonia withstands this wave of attack. It will be your time to shine once our ground forces find the enemy's weak point. Wait a sec, why is someone like her operating that thing? Cosmos Technician Union specifically asked Karen to do it because she's good at creating explosions. Such nonsense. All she needs to do is press a button. I thought humans had entered the automated era in the 21st century. Press a button? Do you know how difficult it is to control that thing? You know nothing. Want me to show you now? Huh. Speaking of, Grey Raven. Karenina puts her cannon down and turns to Celica. Ha! Right, where are the Grey Raven guys? Swayed by Celica, Karenina is brought toward the main control room while Asimov straightens his shirt nonchalantly. Hassan pinches the bridge of his nose. As we all know, the space station has been broadcasting strong signal interference. The strength of interference varies periodically. Our forecast shows the interference will soon be reduced to a historical low. I know what you mean. That's right. I need you to allocate more manpower to escort a satellite to a position closer to the space station so we can study it better. Manpower. Alright, fine. Don't worry, the findings will be worth it. After all, I'm confident that this time I can find more truth about the punishing virus. Commandant, we are 300 kilometers away from the space station. According to the mission brief, we will begin engaging punishing corrupted drones. Don't worry, we'll escort you. Thank you very much. I still don't like shuttles. This feeling of not being in control. Commandant, how are you feeling? I'm fine. Fenrir is a space plane that can operate in both the atmosphere and space. It takes a high toll on the pilot's physical strength. Usually only constructs can operate it. Even as a passenger, humans often feel sick. If there is anything wrong with your body, please, you must tell me. Liv does not perform the routine scan. Instead, she reaches over as if she was trying to offer support. Commandant! What was that? Yeah, what happened? A nearby ally aircraft is shot and forced to retreat. Hold on, we'll buy you time. The next few shells barely miss the wings of the shuttle and explode not far behind. A few corrupted drones are already visible and are approaching at a high speed. Before engaging with Grey Raven, corrupted drones are distracted by ally aircraft and a dogfight ensues. Full speed ahead, Grey Raven! Break through, do not change your direction! Your mission is to land on the corrupted space station. As the engine puts out more power, the shuttle quickly accelerates, leaving the explosions and signals far behind. Once the deceleration is over, the corrupted space station is mere inches away from you, completely obscuring your vision. It's huge, even though it's technically much smaller than Babylonia. It's incredible. Any signals here? I can barely see any allies nearby. I'm not getting any signal either. Perhaps it's due to the interference. I'm sure we aren't the first squad to arrive here. Commandant, bad news. We're being locked on by multiple weapon systems. Shh. It's the space station's short-range interceptors. No wonder there's no one staying in this space. As he says it, multiple flares fly toward the lone ship you are on, their tails crossing and trailing one another. Incoming! We're hit. Initiating emergency landing, Commandant. Commandant, the hull is breached. We'll be exposed to a vacuum shortly. Please activate your space combat outfit immediately. Got it. Done. With your outfit activated, your helmet veils your vision once more before the air pressure drops, inside it a slight overabundance of oxygen. You can no longer hear what Lucia is shouting at this point. An anxious Lucia gestures you to communicate with your mind beacon. Can you hear me? I can hear you. What's your situation? Commandant's not injured, and the readings are fine. We're approaching the surface. Prepare for a rough landing. According to the map, we've managed to land at the designated location, the data analysis cabin on the space station, but nothing's left of our aircraft. If we can destroy the space station's defense system, then we should be able to retreat when the main forces arrive. These terminals give me the creeps. Is this what the report was talking about? The strange corruption phenomenon localized only in the space station? Be careful, Lee. This is... We managed to unlock a higher clearance level. Wait, that cross just now is guarding the exit now. According to my preliminary scanning results, this type of enemy is not made of any known conventional machinery. It is composed entirely of the punishing virus. This space station really is hiding some important secrets. Looks like we can't just simply blow this place up. Guys, I've turned off the space station's sensor systems. Well done, Liv. This should help relieve some pressure for Babylonia. Yep, our first step to victory. A friendly reminder from Korolev. Dear children, please treat public facilities with love and care. Serious offenders will be separated from their parents for 1 week in correctional facilities. You sure a child can climb up here? Something's not right. This doesn't make sense. Don't pay attention to the broadcast, Liv. Okay, but did we break it? Yeah, the observation cabin of the space station has been destroyed. Incoming. Communication. Great. Raven? Miss Celica? How did you manage to contact us? Great. I knew it was you. We just launched a relay satellite, trying to establish more communications. The signal's still horrible. Right, I wanted to tell you. Thanks to you, the observation deck was destroyed. The accuracy of space stations beyond visual range attack is rapidly dropping. Babylonia is safe now. Readjusting position. That's great. You can continue with your original mission. Wait, someone's attacking the relay satellite. Miss Celica? The satellite's probably been shot down. Even after we removed their long-range attacks, there is still a lot of close-quarter firepower. We better stick to the plan and get rid of their defense system. Only then can we establish stable communications to help the subsequent main force to land. Liv, can you find the route? These compartments have been constantly moving. I need to compare them again. A friendly reminder from Korolev. To visit the next compartment, please follow the green arrows on the corridor. Green arrows start to light up along the corridor. Again. Don't mind it. Huh? What is this? Someone is probably watching us. So, President Hassan, would you like to consider my request? We are at war. WGAA is a civilian organization, and as their leader, you shouldn't even be here in the command room, let alone making requests. It has nothing to do with my business. Or should I say, nothing to do with me, don't you think? I understand it is quite sudden, but it's worth your consideration. Mr. Allen, I can hardly accept your request without sufficient evidence. You're asking to search for a construct lost years ago in an investigation in the space station. I'm afraid we don't have enough manpower to do so. We have a girl with great senses in the second archaeological team. She was the one who found the hidden data and decrypted it. Great senses. Come in, Miss Isla. As the cabin door opens, a fashionable and somewhat special construct appears. Greetings, President Hassan. I am Isla from the second archaeological team. I am responsible for the appraisal of artworks. And a great young artist in Babylonia too. Oh, I know you. I mean, it's impossible to not know you. I had the privilege to appreciate a few works of Miss Isla's. They are very great indeed. I am honored, President Hassan. We don't have much time. Talk about your plan. Of course, though I hope you can trust my senses. After a brief explanation. In short, you've been managing to decipher meaningful signals amidst the white noise interferences from the space station. And you recently discovered this signal was sent by your friend, a construct named Selena, within the space station. And the content of the signal is dialogues from a play called The Tempest by Shakespeare. Operator, pull a segment of the white noise from the space station and compare it to the parts Isla mentioned. Roger. There are a few similarities, true, but the data we can collect is way too little because of the interference. The chance of it being a coincidence is still very likely. The parts I can hear is much more than what's being recorded here. I am very certain that this is Selena's voice, and she's still alive. Looking into Isla's eyes, Hassan finds an unwavering resolve in her, a sense of maturity that is seemingly at odds with her appearance. Alright, I believe you. If that presumably missing construct from that mission is still alive, then it is our duty to bring her back. To protect Isla, I think that... Chairman, only I can send Selena's voice for now. Plus the others in the archaeological team all have their ongoing works. I think it's sufficient to just send me on this mission. It's not that I don't trust your capabilities to protect yourself. It's just, if you find her only to discover that, I understand. I think I'll know what to do. Fine. Then the last question is, who's sending you there? About that. Selka? Understood. Mr. Watanabe, this way, please. Your meetings are truly as boring and pointless as they seem. Babylonia has received your terms. Releasing Babylonia's information on the surface to the Forsaken, sharing some of the technologies on the upgraded Inver devices, and so on. That's right, not one less. I forgot to ask, how are you doing, Watanabe? I don't think now's the time to catch up. Probably. You're right. So, Isla, the responsibility of escorting you will lie on this ace pilot from the Forsaken. Isla approaches Watanabe, observing him curiously. Alright. But I seem to remember that you're wanted by Babylonia. And you still come here to negotiate yourself. Intriguing. We have arrived at the second target location. According to the analysis, this should be the weapon's control backend. After being corrupted and modified by the virus. A lot of inactive heteromers in here. If they all turn hostile like what happened just now. Do you see that cross-shaped enemy in the middle? We're unsure how it manages to. But it seems like this type of enemy can create enemies, and not to mention that it holds the key to solving our problems. I know. Those black pillars decompose and reconstruct. Every bit of heteromatter of the punishing virus in this space station could become our enemy. Our attacks can deactivate them, at least temporarily, as long as it works, right? Yep, let's deal with them like this for now. Finally. Some hetero matter have regenerated and are moving again. We're not really in a position to play attrition warfare here. Liv, access the control system directly. Lee, got it. Done. All close-range defense systems for interception purposes are offline. Well done, Liv. The subsequent forces have begun issuing boarding signals. We won't have to fight on our own anymore. Done. All weapon systems of the space station have been disabled. A friendly reminder from Korolev. Dear children, please treat public facilities with love and care. Serious offenders will be separated from their parents for 1 week in correctional facilities. Will this thing ever shut up? I think it's quite cute. In space. Watanabe, it's so crowded in here. It's not meant for two. Have you brought mint leaves? How do you know? I've been following the news. To be more specific, I've been keeping up with the news on Grey Raven, and that includes everything and everyone in their proximity. Why Grey Raven? Whatever, none of my business. Oh, well, there's nothing I can't tell. It's really just their commandant I'm interested in. By the way, even if you are wearing such an outfit, you must have some spare ones left, right? Can I have one as a souvenir? Watanabe continues to fly the aircraft with ease while they talk. After another enemy explodes into cosmic dust, Watanabe takes out a mint leaf from the cockpit and passes it to Ayla. Wow. I shall give you something in return. Ayla takes out her pen and signs on the cover of Watanabe's cockpit. Is this what Babylonia's new generation is like? Whatever. All done. I'll leave the rest to you. Roger. Sit tight. Watanabe and his Forsaken Air Force have already eliminated most corrupted drones with superb efficiency. He and a few other aircraft suddenly accelerate, entering the range of the space station's defense weapon system. Lock-on warning. Incoming attacks. Amount 16. Watanabe pulls up his aircraft, barely missing the incoming shots. You've got good space compatibility and G-force endurance. Really? Thanks. Watanabe turns his aircraft around and is about to attack the defense system when... Enemy fire control system offline. Must be Grey Raven. Oh? How do you know? I've met many Babylonia squads, but only they can do that. So, Grey Raven is also special to you, huh? Enough talking. We've arrived at your landing point. I'll drop you off nearby. Oh, alright then. Thanks for the ride, Watanabe. See you next time. I don't think there will be a next time. Ayla waves goodbye to Watanabe. He immediately takes off again and starts searching. I remember it should be somewhere around here. Found it. It is an aircraft with no signs to indicate its faction. It lands on the surface of the space station, creating a huge opening. Looks like we have some uninvited guests. The deal with Babylonia is supposed to end here. But... Grey Raven. Watanabe pilots his aircraft toward the main entrance of the space station. If we want to go to the control center next, we need to take the main passage. But... darn, the AI shut the airtight valve. Is there no other way? Let me think. Breakthrough by force? All terminals nearby are covered in that thick black matter. We don't have enough firepower to force open this airtight valve. If there was... Connecting. I knew it was you. Leave immediately. Watanabe, why are you here? Watanabe, if we can receive his comms, he must be not far away. Get away from that valve, now! A large howling sound travels all the way from the other end of the passage. Bullets and explosions start to blast the airtight valve. Watanabe is piloting an aircraft in the passageway. Didn't manage to destroy it completely. Whatever. Watanabe opens his cockpit. He glances at Grey Raven and jumps off. The next moment, his aircraft collides with the valve, causing a fiery explosion behind. While Watanabe lands on the ground without a scratch. How reckless. Nice entrance. We meet again, Watanabe. We meet again. But you do look like you're in some sort of trouble. Let's skip the small talk. Consider this my little present. The enemies just now displayed a completely different mode of attack. But Watanabe's already figured out how to deal with them. Such strength. He feels like a different person. So, is everything fine? Oh, it's all thanks to you, Mr. Watanabe. Huh, spunky as ever. Incredible acceleration and flexibility, like it was designed specifically for space combat. Why do the Forsakens have such an advanced frame? Babylonia would design more advanced frames for constructs with outstanding performance to further enhance their abilities. You must have heard of that tradition. Babylonia? If that's the case, the only possibility is from when you were still in Babylonia. Correct. It's got great performance, but isn't really new. As to how I got it, I don't think I need to report to your Commandant about that, do I? I guess you don't need to. Your Commandant said no need to. Watanabe. Never thought we would fight side by side again. Same here. Why are you here, Watanabe? Are you worried that I may do something to trigger the conflict between the Forsakens and Babylonia again? I made a deal with those hypocrites. At least for now, we're using each other. Happy with my answer? That's not what we meant. I see. But helping you here isn't part of my agreement. I'm doing it for free. What's your purpose then? Can't it be just sympathy? Alright, I'll cut straight to the point. An Ascendant has already landed on the space station. I'm out, Miss Luna. As Gabriel reports to Luna, he continues to bombard the cabin walls of the space station with a hand cannon. Target signal clear. I'm moving in a straight line. Very well. Those people are also in the space station, but they are not our mission target. Avoid contact if possible. Understood. I'll try to make it quick. Once the mission is complete, send me the signal immediately. I'll pick you up in person. Understood. The entire space station starts trembling vigorously. The connecting joints between compartments slowly disintegrate, layer by layer. Is this place disintegrating? Dear children, we are now demonstrating how the immune system of the human body works. Cells infected by bacteria or viruses will be destroyed and discarded. The broadcast. Does it mean the space station is self-destructing? It's the self-defense mechanism. After a lot of trembling, you look out from the window. Many compartments have already been tossed into space. Some compartments do not have the time to release pressure and are pushed away instead by their content, including air and Babylonia troops. Like it said, the immune system of the space station was triggered. Immune? You mean the immune system of the corrupted? Against humans? If I'm not wrong, you destroyed the space station's observation room and weapon control system, which was akin to disabling its attack and defense functions. Now that your troops start to land, they have triggered the immune system within the space station. To it, a temporary disintegration doesn't necessarily mean destruction. Because as long as the gravity core still exists, it can attract and restructure nearby matters like it did in the past. But the integration surely is devastating to us. If we don't do anything, we will probably end up expunged. We're not just going to sit here and wait. I'm ready. Understood, Commandant. This place looks different from the others. The door is encrypted. Your specialty, Lee. I see. There's 4 corrupted terminals on the 4 corners of this compartment. Varied combinations can be produced by activating them. Let's try different combinations. Doors cracked, but the Hetero-Mers have entered defense mode. Well, progress, at least. Let's finish off the remaining enemies. Lee, I can feel the virus's logical contamination of the control system weakening. What's wrong? Is that good? It could be due to the space station's expelling action. Good. The electromagnetic lock is still functioning. This is an old system, so it shouldn't be too difficult to manually change the parameters. If we can infiltrate the main system... I agree. Liv, how long can you stay in hacking mode? About 3 minutes. That's not enough. It takes at least 5 from changing the parameters and initialization till the lock is up and running. Count us in. We should be able to buy you more time. I'd think so too. If that's the case, Watanabe needs to give me permission to connect to his frame. Babylonia and the Forsaken are still hostile toward each other. This may put Liv in an awkward situation. Don't expect us to hide your secrets. This construct was built by Babylonia in the first place. I've got nothing to hide. As for my consciousness, I expected good manners from Grey Raven, right? Commandant of Grey Raven? Of course. Commandant, is this okay? Well, nothing bad will come out of this. Let's do it then. Let's do it then. If there is any danger, Commandant, please wake us immediately. Lucia. She's all pumped up all of a sudden. I see. It's a challenge, isn't it? Huh. Alright, I'll accept it. Let's see who can sweep the enemies faster. How's that? Still got it in me, huh? Impressive. Let's work together to protect Liv from the last wave of attacks. On it. Is this what I'm looking for? What did you say, Watanabe? Nothing. We did it. All cabin lock status have been reconfigured to lock. But only 72% of compartments are online now. We still have no information on the whereabouts of those troops expunged by the space station. Constructs can adapt to space. All the commandants participating in this mission also have dedicated space equipment. The life support system should last them until they're rescued. But before that, they could only wander alone in space. Thank goodness. We need to finish this mission ASAP. Let's complete the mission as soon as possible, so we can contact Celica and get everybody home. I copied the space station's log data while waiting for the lock to activate. Given that the database was also contaminated, I don't know how much useful information we can find. I'll leave it to you to filter the data, Liv. Of course. The log actually recorded how the space station arrived at this state. The station failed to stop punishing virus from invading its gravity core, which resulted in gravity disorder. It destroyed the structure and continued to attract a nearby punishing virus. A high-density matter was created in the gravity core. It was formed by a large amount of punishing virus. According to the log, this process is called heteromerization, and this high-density body is hence named punishing heteromer. The scary thing is, these heteromers can gather and disperse at will while maintaining high coordination with one another. It was also recorded that a cross-shaped enemy would control nearby heteromer particles to form various corrupted that were seen on Earth, which means we have been fighting punishing virus itself. Lucia clenches her blade. This information is incredibly important to humanity. The punishing virus evolved. We need to tell the world about this. Soon, we will have to face more than just information. All ally signals are moving toward the gravity device in the core. We must not fall behind. You did not comply with the regulations. Now, children, please kindly follow Korolev to the confinement cabin. Accept your punishment. If any resistance occurs, Korolev will follow the rules to adopt the minimum enforcement measures. Liv, that is... It's not composed of heteromatter. It's a real corrupted, I'm afraid. It's that Kamui incarnate that's been broadcasting the whole time. But in such a high viral density environment, can a machine truly maintain its original mind? It feels like it's being held in captivity alone in here. What could be the reason for that? We might never find the answers. All I know now is that we only have one option. Confinement. The platform could not withstand the battle between Grey Raven and the Corrupted. It shatters into pieces, separating the members of Grey Raven. Lucia, Commandant Watanabe are... Commandant! I'm fine. Maintain your formation. Liv, let's keep shooting. Okay. Korolev is completely untouched by Lee and Liv's shooting. It seems to have chosen you as a target, Commandant Grey Raven. Although significantly damaged, Korolev's weapon modules are still preparing for the next round of attack. Humans are doomed. Stay behind me. Don't move. Watanabe moves forward as he prepares to face corrupted Korolev alone. However, connecting. Attention to all Babylonia forces. Explosives have been installed on the gravity cabin wall structure, ready for final detonation. All personnel will be exposed to the vacuum of space after detonation. Switch to vacuum mode immediately. Countdown. Detonation? Why blast the cabin wall now? What's Babylonia planning? The cabin wall is destroyed by a giant explosion, but the debris does not fly inward. Instead, they are sucked out by the enormous negative pressure. Liv! Lucia strikes her blade into the ground and holds Liv with her other hand, while Liv tries her best to control the levy guns so that they do not get sucked into space. Grab on! Watanabe grabs the shattered platform and reaches out his arm. You got it! With Watanabe's support, you can now aim at Korolev's weak point. Meanwhile, Korolev continues to climb over with its robotic arms. But it lost balance after its eye is hit and falls into the volatile torrent created by space. Watanabe shouts something, but he could hardly be heard. After switching to electromagnetic communication, I said good shot! Although the air nearby gets completely drained, the chaotic scene does eventually come to a rest. You look into space through a hole created by the explosion and see a floating satellite. Connecting. Hello? The prism is ready. It's up to you now, Task Force. There's only one chance. Once you've stabilized the core, send me the signal. Make sure it's not too early or too late. Prism. I think I know what's going on now. Huh? What's that sound? In the signal. Gravity is starting to act up around here. The core of the space station. The gravity room. We finally made it. It's the gravity experiment here that gave birth to hetero-matter. Who would have thought? Humans aren't just suffering from the punishing virus, they even gave it new life. Watanabe, thank you for fighting with us all this way. Don't worry, I won't leave until the threat of the space station is resolved. I know those enemies were just warm-up for you. Now, let's show them what we can do. Those crosses, again. It's like their presence is conveying a certain message. Commandant, we can't go any further. This is an artificially designed area. Now that we've dispatched the enemies, the mechanism should be returning to normal. Try to get closer to the edge. What a stunning design. This can only be achieved by precise gravity manipulation. If I recall, there's gravity generators inside Babylonia as well, no? Yes, but I never thought I would come so close to its prototype. I've just tested its integrity. It should be good to go. Let's advance. This is some kind of mechanism again. Guess we can't skip past it. Ah, it's a device used to lock those rings. Looks like it's used to stabilize the rings in Gravitational Core. Those rings should function in a similar way. Let's go. Yeah. Commandant, we cannot advance anymore. This area seems to have more puzzles. If we force our way through, the large number of Hetero-Core shards could form enemies like what we saw. These puzzles must have an unlocking command. I know. It's the information from the log data. However, these parts have been contaminated by the punishing virus and cannot be read. Could this be a coincidence? Of course not. Punishing virus under heteromerization has displayed clear traits of consciousness. Looks like we have to force our way through. Connecting. Excuse me, is that Grey Raven down there? Yes, and you are? Watanabe's guess wasn't wrong. Who are you? Wait, is that Miss Isla? Yes, I'm Isla, a member of the 2nd Archaeological Team. Why is she here? Liv, Lee, do you know her? She's a very popular young artist in Babylonia. Murray likes to go to her exhibitions. I like Miss Isla's work too. I've been wanting to meet you too, especially... Oh, I should probably talk about that later. I've got more important things to tell you. My mission here is to rescue a construct named Selena. She's a very important friend of mine. Selena already had access to all the information within the database of this space station. She said some of it could be vital to you, as it was related to the design of these rings. Right, we do need some guidance to help us through. Okay, but for some reason she cannot send the info directly to you. It has to come to me before I can tell you. Is that alright? Of course. Can you tell me the reason? Given Selena's current state, she is unable to explain it in person. We understand. Commandant, I'll keep a record. I'm not sure what would happen if you mess up. But please follow my instructions. The first message is from 2 to 1. Do you have any ideas? It seems to be related to these light beams. I'll try to brute force it, but it's going to take some time. And it might trigger high alert. Anyway, let's get through this together, Commandant. It worked. Miss Isla, please provide the next instruction. Okay, the next message is from abstract to concrete. Abstract and concrete. We've encountered enemies like that before, which means starting from the abstract. Let's do it then. We can move on now. The path is blocked off again. As you can see, there's 3 movable mechanisms. We do. According to the record, the tip here is, the beginning is the end. I think I kind of get it. Same as before, I'll try to crack it forcibly. As expected, you solved the puzzle first, Commandant. Here we are again. It should be the last mechanism for this ring. Please tell us the last tip. Okay, listen carefully. Disarray is unity. This is even more cryptic. But experience tells us that we have to create a certain pattern using these light beams. Although I'm not quite certain about it, I think we might want to create as many divisions and chaos as we can with the beams. Back-end hacking is also in progress. I think we got it. Yep, well done. The control mechanism for the next ring has appeared. Let's continue. Only a few rings left. Yeah, we'd better hurry. Other troops should be on their way now, no matter what enemy awaits. This time, we have countless teammates on our side.
戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか?
Miss Isla? Miss Isla, are you there? She appears to be online in the channel, but there's some weird noise. Could it be... Selena! Communication has been cut. She was probably attacked. Locate her. We need to move. Liv, could you give us her coordinates? Miss Isla's signal came from a disconnected compartment. She was fighting against a corrupted signal. No, it's an ascendant. Right, ascendant. No wonder we didn't see them. They must be after something else. It's coming! Ascendants? Incoming! As the airtight valve of a compartment is blasted open, a black, giant silhouette jumps out of the opening, falling rapidly toward the ring where Grey Raven is located. Yes, Commandant! A dark shadow lands, creating a huge impact. It is a mechanoid in a heavy coat, wearing a bowler hat. What? No way! Liv and Lee's probing shots are all deflected by the heavy coat made with special material. However, the target takes no action. Instead, it just stands there, calmly staring at Lucia. Lucia. Yes. Just when Watanabe and Lucia are about to attack. Selena! Isla descends from above, her giant scythe slashing down. Gabriel lifts his arm and blocks the heavy strike with ease. After his coat is lifted up, it turns out that his other hand was holding the incomplete carcass of a construct. Give Selena back! Isla draws her scythe back and quickly adjusts her form. She then stomps on the ground and charges straight toward Gabriel. This girl. Gabriel moves his giant body, barely evading Isla's attacks. However, he does not seem to be willing to engage. He looks at Lucia one last time and jumps onto a floating platform nearby. Stop! Without any hesitation, Isla pulls her scythe back as she is about to take off. Miss Isla, don't let us disrupt your plan. Your mission is of higher priority, but I will never let him get away. Miss Isla. Good luck. Thank you. Isla smiles at Liv, then takes a couple of steps before launching herself into the air. She then continues going after Gabriel's direction. The enemies here look different. They didn't decompose upon being defeated. Instead, they entered into a state similar to hibernation. Their energy flow is stable inside their remains. No more paths forming ahead. Might be because of these enemies. Commandant, I don't know what you make of it, but we'd better act with caution. After all, this is a new variant from the ones we've been dealing with. Wait, are they gathering around us? They aren't displaying aggression somehow. Nonsense. Unless... What's on your mind, Watanabe? I'll speak for him, unless the virus chooses to. The virus chooses to? You mean the punishing virus is able to make a choice? That's a sign of intelligence, but... I don't know. I'm afraid no one knows why, frankly. Well, it's not like we have many options now. A path is made. The energy inside these enemies are transferred to the mechanism, and also flowing towards the gravity core. Sounds just like a recipe for disaster. That core is the primary target of this operation. At the very least, we're getting closer to our final target. No more new enemies, Lucia. Then, this should be the final mechanism. After passing through here, we'll be facing the largest Hetero-Core that is mooching off on the gravity core. Hesitation will only lead to our defeat at this point. Grey Raven, prepare for battle. All platforms have been stabilized. Energy pulse detected in the central core. Crimson lightning strikes the platform's surface, creating many enemies formed by punishing Hetero-Cores. We will take care of these enemies. You guys focus on that core. Grey Raven, we're counting on you. If this thing really has its own consciousness, then let's show it our strong determination. Come on! Did we succeed? It only adjusted its form temporarily. There's no substantial change. In that case, let's keep suppressing it. Sooner or later, we'll find its weak point. Time to take out your secret weapon, don't you think? You noticed. Watanabe, how did you know? You've done so much preparation. I would be a fool if I couldn't guess it already. Watanabe looks at the satellite outside. That's more than just a communication relay station, isn't it? Yes. Tell me how to use it. Lucia, tell him. We weren't hiding it on purpose. Of course, I understand you have your concerns. I understand. Connecting. Hello? Can you hear me? The railgun was fully charged long ago. It's still a work in progress here. Wait for my signal. Who are you? You look familiar, though. Where's Grey Raven? We had a discussion and decided that I would be the best candidate to fire the prism. He's right. I see. So the people in the office have already granted the permission. Alright. Huh, Lucia. I've never seen you like this. The energy level of the core is rising again after the transformation. Now I'm curious how many forms it can have. The prism needs more time to stabilize and aim for best accuracy. Understood. Be careful, Watanabe. We've got your back. Keep attacking. From now on, I'll try to expose its weakness. Now! All squads, immediately evacuate from the core. Fire! Karenina slams the launch button hard in Babylonia's command room. After some loud and low rumbling, a brilliant beam is fired from the relay satellite. The entire Babylonia seems to have moved slightly. The beam then passes through the special lens on the relay satellite, traveling around the horizon and shooting toward the space station. A few seconds later, incoming! A high-energy beam penetrates the opening in the gravity room, striking the punishing virus Hetero-Core with pinpoint precision. It fiercely burns through the core, rapidly vaporizing its surface. The process is witnessed by every single member of Babylonia and the Forsaken troops. Is it over? No. After the beam finally disappears, the blinding light gradually dims. At the center of the platform in the gravity room, the burning shell of the Hetero-Core falls off, revealing a cube striped in black and red inside. The smooth and delicate surface shows no signs of damage. It seems that this is its true face. What the hell? That was just a shell? It seems that all physical traits observed by the recon teams before. They are all a deliberate disguise. What? Hey, Grey Raven! The second round is fully charged! It's too late. The space station receives the full impact from Babylonia and begins to spin. The relay satellite can no longer aim. Meanwhile, inside the gravity room, it's gathering mass again. What do we do, Commandant? There's nothing we can do now. We still have a chance. Steady, don't give up. As long as we can still suppress it. There will always be a second chance. The space station slowly spins as the scene outside the skylight of the room continues to change. More energy is being generated again, this time at its bottom. What is it trying to do? This situation. Damn. Sunlight reflected by the blue planet shines directly into the gravity room through the skylight. Could it be? A shockwave emits from the base of the Hetero-Core. Wrapping some matters within, it ejects itself from the space station by pushing through the entrance of the gravity room, heading toward humanity's home, Earth. Watanabe is the first to react. Forsaken! Retreat from the space station at once! Roger! The evacuation route has been sent to you, sir. Watanabe turns around, bolting toward the exit of the gravity room. Watanabe. Is he trying to... Follow him! Only the stunned group from Babylonia is left in the gravity room. Mr. Watanabe, you are too close! 4 nuclear bombs launch from the aircraft. Watanabe pushes the lever to its limit as his aircraft struggles to turn. However, a few seconds later, the missiles are in contact with the punishing core. Fire swallows everything. A giant fireball appears miles above Earth from the 4 nuclear explosions. Babylonia Command, now. Watanabe signal? It's gone. All Forsaken signals are also gone. In another corner of the space station, unfortunately, your fate is not in your own hands. Gabriel takes his eyes away from the broken body of Selena in his arms. Punishing relay communication initiated. Gabriel, how is it? Target construct successfully captured. Both the corruption rate and functionality are in line with our estimations. Good. Roland and I will be waiting for you at the planned destination. Ugh. You know he's not going to last. You mustn't be late. Understood. What about the other side? Sister's operation has also begun. I see. After the conversation, Gabriel puts Selena into the launch capsule before squeezing himself in. Gabriel adjusts Selena's pose, then closes the gate and presses the launch button. Meanwhile, somewhere else on Earth. The Eternal Engine, the last uninfected train on Earth, is cruising through the desert. Ahead of its track, fire rains down the navy blue sky as the comets fall from space. The burning red light has painted the exterior of the train scarlet. On the lavish balcony outside one of its carts, 2 figures watch as this calamity descends from the sky. That beacon will attract all kinds of attention. People will take advantage. Sophia? I'm here. What's the progress? The scouts returned. It's as you expected. Also, a new face showed up in the commoner carriage. Don't mind it. I'll have him keep an eye out. For now, proceed as we've planned. What's done is done. We have to get our leverage before others make their moves. Understood.